Alright, we are back with a new deck for Standard. We have Standard Sultai Legends. So, the deck was inspired by my previous Sultai deck, but not wanting to have to rely on the graveyard. Although we kind of are using a graveyard strategy, a rock type strategy of just value and removal. The centerpiece being Nashi, Searcher in the Dark. So it's a 2/2 Menace. When it connects, you can mill that many cards, and then you can put that many legendary or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. So as you'll see, most of the deck is legends or enchantments. And if you don't do that, it gets bigger, and your next swing can be even getting more. Hooray! We also have Tiny Bones, the Pickpocket, a 1/1 Death Touch, and maybe play something that's a permanent out of your opponent's graveyard. If you're playing black, you should probably be playing Anoint with Affliction to exile creatures that have mana value 3 or less, especially red ones that do a lot of damage when they die, but not when they're exiled. Also a 1x Bristly Bill, the Spine Sower, just another legend that people have to deal with for some threat diversity. We have our Planeswalkers, Liliana of the Veil, for some more removal. Wrenn and Realmbreaker, the +1 is excellent to get a 3/3 hexproof vigilance and haste land. The -2 is basically mill for a good card or to hit your land drop, and don't worry about that -7 because it's never going to happen. Glissa Sunslayer, also 3 fantastic modes on top of First Strike Death Touch, draws you cards. We have Glarb, Calamity's Augur, just another 2/4 Death Touch for a 3-drop, and also Surveil 2, so it lets you fix your draws or attack or block. Then we have Urtai Resurrected, another flash removal spell or counter a spell. Help clear the way for your attackers. And then Sheoldred the Apocalypse. This is just going to win you some games. It also has Death Touch, gains you life, kills your opponent passively. We have Overlord of the Balmerk, a good 2-drop to mill and then get a 3-drop back to your hand. And then it becomes a creature after a while, or you can just hard cast it and get a 5/5. And so a lot of these can put things back into your hand from your graveyard. We also have our lands. We have some man lands. Restless Cottage and Restless Reef as well also has Death Touch, Cottage, Graveyard Removal, and Life Gain. And then we just split the other lands down half and half, so we have the full set of the Darkslick Shores, the Blossoming Marsh, Blooming Marsh, Botanical Sanctum, the Painlands. We have the Coast and the Wastes, and then 1 forest as well. So there you have the main board for Standard Sultai Legends. Our graveyard strategy, our sideboard strategy, we have Ghost Vacuum for the graveyard, Tranquil Frillback for the graveyard, also gains you life, and also destroys an artifact or enchantment. Excellent to bring back from your graveyard with Overlord of the Balmerk. We have Terra Sunder for more targeted artifact or enchantment early on removal, or it can be any removal, late game or mid game with the kicker. We have Afara's Dispersal for those really aggressive decks like that Mono Red or Rakdos or Gruul Prowess. Put stuff back in the hand. Surveil 2 so you can filter your draws as well. Fade from History to punish those decks that are very heavy in artifacts and enchantments, and so wipe their board, they get a bear, which you usually will not have a problem with. Then lastly, for those aggressive decks, we have some removal and life gain in the form of Virtue of Persistence and the Adventure Half to -3 and gain some life, and then stick a Virtue of Persistence in play, then that might just be the good game. there you have it, standard Sultai Legends. It's been quite a wild ride. I think this is pretty fun to try out and see how it goes. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day.